Ben Simmons has been a problematic player on the Sixers for many years now. He never shoots the ball, and that is because he cannot shoot the ball. He has 5 total three-pointers in his career and has gone 5 for 34 from three-point land in that time. He has dated more women than he has made three-pointers in his career. Now you may be asking why Ben Simmons gets all the hate when the Hall of Fame big man Shaquille O'Neal has only made 1 three-pointer in his 20-year career. This is because Shaq was a center, and Ben Simmons is a point guard. Point guards are made to be good with the basketball and to shoot the ball regularly. Simmons is a top-tier defender and playmaker, but him being afraid to shoot the basketball is what has cost the Sixers team in recent years, especially in the playoffs. In 2018, he provided us with a 1-point effort in a crucial Game 2 against the Celtics. In 2019, the 76ers were so close to making the conference finals if it weren't for the Kawhi shot. In 2020, he was injured, so there's no fault for him there, but in 2021, he had one of the worst playoffs in the history of the sport. Ben Simmons shot a putrid 25 for 73 at the free-throw line against both the Wizards and the Hawks that postseason. The turning point that really changed everything was the dunk he passed up to tie the game in Game 7 against the Hawks in the semifinals. He was right there under the basket and could have dunked to tie the game, but instead he passed it to Matisse Thybulle, who would get fouled and only make one of his 2 free throws. The Sixers would never bring the score back to a tie for the remainder of the game, and that was the last game Simmons has played in a Sixers uniform. Now that I have gotten all of the background information out of the way, let's start talking about this season. Ben Simmons has sat out the whole 2021 to 2022 season so far and is looking like he will never play for Philadelphia again. The trade deadline is February 10th, so let's come up with some trade destinations the Sixers should try to partner with to improve their roster and get Simmons out of this city. The Portland Trail Blazers are the first team I would like to talk about in this video because they can provide a decent amount in return. The most ideal package would have CJ McCollum come over because it seems as if Portland would like to move on from him. A return that would shock me with Portland is Damian Lillard coming to Philadelphia because that would be a blockbuster deal. The Sixers would have to give up Simmons, one or both of Tyrese Maxey and Matisse Thybulle, and multiple picks. I don't see Daryl Morey making a Dame Lillard trade because that might hurt the Sixers more than it will help them. The Indiana Pacers are the next team up, and I believe that they can provide a strong return as well. Malcolm Brogdon would probably be my centerpiece in this trade. He is a great offensive player as well as a really good defensive player. He can snag rebounds, which is something that the Sixers need some help with. I don't believe that there are many other players on the Pacers roster that they would want to part with, so some picks might have to be sent over to Philly along with Brogdon. The Charlotte Hornets are an interesting team that have been recently entered the fray in the Ben Simmons saga. They might be able to provide the most in a return package to Philly. Gordon Hayward is who I would like most in a return because he could shoot the ball phenomenally. It seems as if every time he plays the Sixers, he puts up 30 points a game and cannot miss from beyond the perimeter. Other players that the Sixers could potentially target in a trade with the Hornets are Terry Rozier or Kelly Oubre Jr. If the Sixers can get one of these players along with multiple picks just for Ben Simmons, I would consider this trade a win. The Atlanta Hawks are the next team up on this list, and they should be thanking Ben Simmons for allowing them to reach the conference finals last year. There were many rumors over the past couple weeks of the Hawks being interested in trading for both Ben Simmons and Tobias Harris. This is no longer the case, but I believe the Hawks are still interested in Ben Simmons. Players that could come to Philly in the return are Josh Collins and Cam Reddish. Collins is a player I like because he's only 24 years old and would be a good fit for the Sixers. The Milwaukee Bucks have a great roster right now, and they would be a good fit to obtain Ben Simmons before the deadline. Pairing Simmons up with Giannis would make the Bucks really scary come playoff time. Drew Holiday, I imagine, would be the centerpiece in this trade, and he would go back to the Sixers, the place where he started his career. This would be a decent trade for the Sixers, as they would probably secure a couple picks in the deal as well. The San Antonio Spurs are a favorite trade destination for me, mostly due to DeJounte Murray. I absolutely love this guy, and he would automatically make the Sixers fierce contenders. The 76ers could potentially move Simmons and someone like Furkan Korkmaz for Murray and multiple first-round picks. This is one of my favorite trades to look at because it is realistic and we could get a steal of a return. The last team is an honorable mention, the Sacramento Kings. The Kings previously were the top suitor for Ben Simmons until they reportedly dropped out of the race due to the steep asking price. De'Aaron Fox would be someone the Sixers could go after to try to fix the hole that Ben Simmons would leave, and if they could have gotten Fox and multiple picks, I would say yes to this trade. These are all the trade destinations I think would be a good fit for the Sixers if they wanted to trade Ben Simmons before the NBA trade deadline. I'm hoping that Daryl Morey does not wait and try to get James Harden in the summer, because that will ultimately not help the Sixers as much if they were to get a young stud and multiple picks in return. That is going to do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment what team you would like the Sixers to partner with in a Ben Simmons deal, or if you have a 3-team deal in mind. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.